Okay, so here I have a quadratic equation. It's like a number 1 and 2 on your classwork. So before I can solve it, I have to make either side of the equation equal to 0. I like to keep my x squared positive, otherwise I have to factor out a negative. If it's already positive, I'm just going to keep that one on this side. That means I'll move the 6 and the 5 over there to the other side. Okay, so I need to make some space for them. The next term that should go, it should go x squared, x, and then the number. So my next term that I should move over to this side is the negative 5x. To move it to the other side, you need to do the opposite, add it over. Okay, and then I need to move the 6. It's positive right now, so to move it over, I need to subtract it. And that leaves me with nothing on the other side. All right, so now I can factor this. Notice it has 3 terms. Anytime my polynomial has 3 terms, I'm going to use the x method to factor it. Okay, so for the x method, you're going to times the first and last numbers, which gives you negative 24, and that goes on top, and the 5 goes on the bottom. Now you have to do factors of the top number. So 1 and 24. I'll play around with the signs afterwards. 2 times 12, 3 times 8, 4 times 6. So those are all the factors of 24. So I look for the pair of numbers that'll add or subtract to 5. So let's just go through this list. 1 plus 24 is 25. 24 minus 1 is 23. So that didn't give me 5. If I add these, I get 14. If I subtract them, I get 10. So that is not 5. If I add these, I get 11. If I subtract them, I get 5. And you have to kind of check everything because with the signs that you need to account for, sometimes there's more than one possibility, but only one that works. But it's just good to check. So 4 plus 6 is 10. And then if I subtract them, I get 2. So that's out. So this is the only pair. So to get a positive 5 from that, I need to subtract the smaller number. Okay, so I have more positives left over. Okay, and then you need to divide by this a term, so this first number. So divide it into both, and if you can reduce it, you need to. So I look at this cannot be reduced, so it's locked in. This I can actually divide it, which gives me 2. Okay. Once I have that, I just have to put it back in as factors. So for the 2, it's going to be x plus 2. And for the negative 3/4, remember to put the bottom number first. So 4x minus 3. That will be equal to 0. Okay. So just a quick check. If you times the first 2, you can get 4x squared. And then, well, I should look at that one. And then if you times the last 2, you get negative 6, which checks out. Okay, so that's just a quick check. It's not a very thorough one, but it usually will do the trick. Okay, so now you're supposed to set of each one equal to 0. Okay. And so here I need to subtract 2, so I get negative 2. Here I need to add 3 and divide by 4. So you get positive 3/4. Okay.